G'day everyone and welcome to a very special video today. I will be updating my oldest stage, as you can see from the thumbnail. So those of you that aren't familiar with this channel, this was the first stage that I made pretty much inside of Planet Coaster and the first blueprint I made. Not sure how many years ago it was now, but I'll put it on the screen now for you to see. But this one here is my latest one of me completely designing my own stage, really trying to develop it myself and fully doing a show for it. So what I've always wanted to do was I wanted to update my first show, but I don't really have the time right now to do it how I would normally do it and do a full show again and probably redesign the stage. And it wasn't until I was showing off all these pieces that I thought, well, it would be really cool if I could just transfer all of the lighting over to that stage and see if it would still work. And I'm proud to say that it does, which is why you'll see in this video. But yeah, so this video is pretty much going to be me dissecting this stage, so pretty much pulling all of the lighting pieces off, then moving them over to the side and adding them to that stage. Real boring video for anyone that wants to be spoiled with it, but yeah, I'm pretty much just going to be here talking for 37 minutes. I've sped it up ×2 because this was a couple of hours worth of footage and I didn't want to just do the normal upload that you normally see. I wanted to try and talk a little bit more and get used to that before I jump into live streaming, if I ever get around to doing that. I know I've always talked about it, but yeah, I cannot see how people can talk for hours whilst building. It's definitely a skill that some of these other people have got that I don't have, because I get way too distracted and I don't know how they concentrate on actually setting a goal and building it. But I digress. This stage here was pretty much my first big stage with all of the new lighting pieces and everything, and it was before I discovered my copy and paste method for the lighting and making it just way easier when creating stuff like that. So it was done the hard way. If you ever want to see what stupid looks like, download this blueprint and have a look at the sequencer, because this sequencer has every light that moves, as janky as it is in some spots, as mistimed and everything and all that. It was all done by hand, which is why I've not wanted to change it, because it's like, it's really cool when I go back and watch it and I see lighting trigger on the wrong part, and like the memories of when that would happen. You would have to maybe either watch the whole show and then be able to see it, or like, if that makes sense. So if you're changing a time, you would have to watch the whole show with music, because if you just fast forwarded it, the music doesn't play until you press play again. So Planet Coaster is weird like that. If anyone remembers in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, when you would do music, you would have the waveform along the back, so you would get a really good sense of where the song would go with beats and story and stuff like that. So you'd be able to go halfway in a song and press play, and it would play from that section, which was really cool for Planet Coaster. I mean, for Roller Coaster Tycoon to do that. I think it was Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, yeah, and then Planet Coaster went with the sequencer, and now they've sort of gone back that way with Planet Coaster 2, but it's still early days on that. I'm not sure whether they'll update it for players like us that like to design stage shows and such. Like, a lot of us kind of like watching the people that design roller coasters. But as you can see from my channel, I love making things that the game is not designed for. And festival stages and lighting stages always cracks me up, of just the stuff people are creating is just, it's amazing in this game. And the fact that you can share it between all consoles at the moment, including PC, I suppose you can just call PC a console, that it's just so much better to be able to open it up to a whole audience. What you'll probably see here is somewhere along this way of just meaning is like just clicking all of these things to delete them. You're noticing that I'm doing them one by one, and that is because very soon you'll see, I think it's in this part, or the end of this video, section, I should say, then I notice that one light is missing, and I think, oh well, it's not that bad. Like, I'll just keep going. And then when I pressed play on the show, it was like one of the main lights that lit up like the whole right side of the stage, and it was like, bugger. So I had to delete all of this, redo this whole thing. I'm not sure whether I filmed myself doing that or I just turned the camera off and was like, okay, I'll just do this and come back. But tell you what, if you want a challenge, go back to Planet Coaster 1 after playing Planet Coaster 2. Like, I know I see some comments of people whinging about how like tough the UI is and the mouse wheel thing where it selects. Trust me, go back to Planet Coaster 1 without them things, and it's like a whole new ball game of, oh, that is just way easier with that now. So trust me, too many times I tried to pull up that little weapon wheel and had nothing there. So it was it was a learning curve to go back to Planet Coaster. The next videos I'll probably release is I'm not sure. I think it's just a couple more YouTube shorts of just my really old videos. TikTok's been getting a lot of views lately, and obviously we know with this censorship thing that's coming in December, like, we're going to lose a lot of people that watch this channel, sadly, because my channel's classed as 18 plus, which is weird. Like, it is designed for kids, but it's like, yeah, I don't know, it's a weird thing with some of the stuff that I upload. But I'm not sure how the channel will go after all of that's gone, because, as I said, like, it is not as easy as people think to be a YouTuber with coming up with designs and ideas, and just some people just have the gift. Some people like me are just like, yeah, I'm buggered. I don't know what to create, what to do, how to do it, or whatever. It's just slowly building this as it's gaining along. I think I've been doing this for 10 years now, 10 years of uploads, and it's like, I'm happy with I think I'm up to 1,800 people subscribed now. Like, I couldn't imagine when you hit that massive number where it's like, holy crap, like, how do I keep building and designing this sort of stuff? Like, it's just weird to think of stuff like that, but it's okay. We'll deal with that if it ever does happen. But for now, we can just be happy that we're not there. But yeah, no, I always loved this stage. I loved building the elephant style. I always thought it was something that DEFCON could do. I suppose DEFCON, that Q-Dance could do. Sorry. But I more designed my stages around the Australian setting. So what I mean by that is to be built onside the Regatta Centre, which is where they used to host the DEFCON, and it used to not be as big as what the main festival is. It used to just be the stage was massive. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I remember going year after year, and I think I only missed one DEFCON, or maybe two. And every year we would go, the stage would get bigger and bigger until obviously it ended for obvious reasons. But yeah, it's insane to see how big our stages were, and then you have friends that go over to the Netherlands and they go, it was literally a skyscraper of a stage. And it's like, to build that inside a Planet Coaster, which some people have done. Some people have done insane structures. I just enjoy the intimacy of something small and tiny like this, that you can really smash out the details on. Like, I'm a fan of it still being about the scrap, like where we used to stand there and look up at the stage and we would go, that's a car bonnet. Oh, that's a tire. That's a whole car that's sitting there. Whereas now it's more like they've moved away from that, and it's more like modern and done up nice with proper art and proper things like that. They still recycle like old stage things, you can notice every year, but like back then it was, I remember they used to go to the wreckers and get all like old parts and spray paint them red, and that would just be parts of the stage from people that I know that used to work in it. So it was really cool, like how they used to do this. Like with the dragon here, you'll see up around its wings it has them sort of V-shaped things, and it's literally just the things that you would find in your garden. they just brought a whole heap of them and put them all the way around, and it looked really cool. And that was part of the whole thing, was it being made out of scrap, and it was a scrap monster and everything else. But yeah, it was really cool to create stuff like that in this game. As I said, it's not really designed for it. So when this did release, it was like, I think it was one of the first, like, not the first, there's obviously other stages, but the first real, like, proper go at it. And then it's cool to see other people's creations, not since me, I'm not saying I'm the creator or whatever of the music festivals in Planet Coaster, but I think it's more like, it's more the focus to me was brought into perspective. A lot of people have like, wow, I can create cool stuff like that. I'm just going off of like the comments that I've seen. I'm not speaking for like any other big creators that seem to make full Tomorrowland stages that I watch frequently, thinking, holy crap, like some people's PCs must just be dying. Like, I remember when I built the last climax stage, when I used to film that thing, like, it was terrible frames trying to film that footage, where it's funny, if you ever go back and watch my climax video, you see all of my shots are like wide and back. It's like I could not get close to the front of the stage without the game either dying or the game like freaking out, where I was like, what's going to happen with my PC? Is it going to explode right now? But like, yeah, when I got the chance, I invested stupidly a lot of money in a nice PC, and obviously now I'm reaping the benefits of that with Planet Coaster 2 and it not crashing as much. But oh, that's right, I had my first crash the other day. I couldn't believe it. I was so excited. I even wrote in the comments section, I was like, such and such amount of playtime and my first crash, woohoo, and sent it. So it'd be funny if Frontier got that and was like, what? So it's just cool to send stuff like that. But so now you're going to see, it's, I think it might be this part, it might not be. I might see where I delete the light. If I see where I delete the light, I'll let you know. It's that top right light there. There it goes now. See that disappeared? So what you're seeing right now is someone continue on and not notice that he's deleted a light. So keep that in mind of when you suddenly see everything pop back into existence. That's awesome that I caught that on film, because I did not know. I couldn't undo far enough before when I realized it to figure out like, okay, that's where I lost the light. I might actually look for it on the recording. I'm not sure, because I think I press play or I notice it when I'm trying to smuggle these in to make them a bit more cleaner and neater. I would have liked to redesign this stage, but as I said, with just time wise and stuff like that, I'm not even sure whether YouTube will allow me to upload this, because they are cracking down on videos that are similar to each other, and I don't know whether changing the stage is enough to trick that algorithm. I'm not sure how it works, but we'll find out together. If you're watching this, then it's doing all right so far, I guess. But it's just so interesting to see how I built things back then, because like, see all of this, it was just like so weirdly rushed and put together that it was like sorry, I'm just trying to watch as I'm just enjoying watching it. Like it's just stupid to watch back. Oh yeah, so this was just my first fit. So obviously you got the dragon, you have the claws reaching out, grabbing around the speaker tower. So this is just me seeing whether it will even work. At this point, I still had no idea whether I was going to be able to even do this. And even with the ending video that you will see, either in this video or in the next video, I'll do the upload of the stage, because I'm still just trying to tweak a couple of things and trying to find the time. Like, it's currently 2 a.m. now of me recording this after just filming for however long. As I said, I don't know how people do the film and talk. Like, I plan to do that, but like 5 minutes in, my brain just stops talking and I just focus, and it's like, I'd have to keep reminding myself to talk. But we're working on it. It's going to be cool to see some um, different sort of videos that I might be able to do. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do. I know a lot of people have asked for another music stage. A lot of people have asked for more lighting tips. But then I've been watching all these other YouTubers do like these insane tutorial videos where I'm learning. So it's just cool to see just this like community is just growing and growing and growing. Like, yeah, it's going to be crazy to see this game when the next DLC might come out. I mean, Frontier seemed to skip this month with the community challenge. Is that what they're bringing in? Something that everyone had just went shoom over everyone's head. There wasn't much talk about it because, well, okay, we have to be honest here. There wasn't much talk about it, but then you read the comments and that's every comment is, "Where's the DLC?" Blah blah blah, and it's like, wow, like I can wait a little bit more because I am adamant in what I say, and every time I say something about the DLC and stuff like that, I think they are planning a massive DLC because they are very quiet over this whole thing, which makes me think of that it's going to be huge because yes, they did have the upset people over the two DLCs for one, two coasters or whatever was in that other DLC that everyone got upset about. I just didn't buy it. Like there's no point buying that sort of stuff until it's on sale, especially on PC. But I know console players, they don't get as many real heavy discounts like PC players do. Well, what I can see at least. But it's going to be probably really massive. I'm sorry, I'm just distracted now. So you can see me searching for the light going, it's going to be here somewhere. Surely it's here somewhere. So as you can see, when you're deconstructing a stage, make sure you are careful on what you delete. So this is me now going, okay, well, I'm going to have to watch the show and hopefully the light's here somewhere and I've just forgotten it. So it's really cool to see the show just off by itself. So this is me trying to pause it when the light's on. So I'm like, okay, the light's on. Is there any random light that's on around here? And no, there wasn't. So I had to make a choice. Could the show go on without needing that light? Would people notice or would they not? And as you can see before, I tried to undo enough, but sadly didn't have enough in it. So that's annoying, but we ended up just starting again, and then yeah, I just did it off stream. I'm pretty sure, yeah, the little bookmark's coming up now. But yeah, you enjoying the game? Are you having fun with it? Are you playing all of your cool parks that everyone just seems to be designing lately? That yeah, it's the stuff people are making is insane, and it's still only what, early? Like, will we even need a year yet? We must be getting close to a year now. And it's like, oh, that made me think maybe they'll do it for the 1 year anniversary. Wonder when that was. Maybe it was September. I feel like it was September that we did the anniversary. Let's have a look here. Oops, I can't have a look. Sorry, I'm just opening up Steam and we'll find out together. But as you can see in the background, all the fireworks are paused, and now you're going to see me start again with all the lighting once again, and I already prepped the towers back to the way they were with the light that I deleted. So let's see, store page. Oh, 7th of November. Okay, well that's not bad. That'll be interesting to see if they... Well, it's still 2 DLCs away because they've been doing one a month. Well, they might still be planning to do... Because you still got the Studios pack. I could see that they didn't renew the license for Ghostbusters. So whether that's still on the table or not, I would still love them to be allowed, like allow creators to transfer the things that they have into Planet Coaster 2 with the updated graphics. That'd be really cool, because I feel like it would really help. Would it help or destroy the workshop? Because then you'd have thousands of submissions suddenly on the workshop. And I think it would flood it. I'm not sure. We'd have to discuss that. Yeah, I don't know what that would do. I just more look at it for my movie board park, because like a lot of people have told me to build that. Like they'd love to see the movie board into Planet Coaster 2, and like me explaining to them that it took me a year to build that. Even with that blueprint, like I released all of them full walkthrough videos because I feel like I've done my bit building it. I've slaved away at rebuilding that park as best as I could in Planet Coaster, and I'd just love to see someone else take that to the next level. And I think that maybe it's you watching right now is the person to do it. I remember watching who was it I used to watch? Let's see, I'll type it in so I don't stuff up his YouTube name. Movie World Planet Coaster. Let's see. X-Gay Space Comiex. Comiex? Is that how you say it? I remember I used to watch his videos, or his or hers, I'm not sure, their videos religiously. And I used to love when they started Movie World. And I used to think like, this is crazy. They're recreating my favorite park. But then for some reason they just stopped. And it just got really sad that they stopped. And like a lot of people would comment on my videos saying that like with my Superman Escape build and my I didn't do Scooby-Doo, my DC, no, what did I build? I can't even remember, my brain hurts. I was gonna say DC Rivals again. What is that Batman ride called? It's killing me. Batman Escape from Gotham. No, that's my other ride. Batman Justice League. There we go. I knew my brain would get it eventually. The Justice League ride. And a lot of people would comment on that, being like, you should do a full park, because for my YouTube videos, I would have it as like the roundabout and the fountain just for the opening of the videos. But yeah, I never thought I'd be able to be someone that could build a whole park. Like the brain capacity that people have is insane to watch them build full parks. So it was a lot. But you're here for music videos. I'm sorry. I mean, for stage shows and lighting. I shouldn't be talking about other stuff. But trying to think of what I was doing. Just trying to move stuff around, am I? Oh, yeah. So I don't think I am going to change a lot of the stuff on the stage, because I think it kind of ruins it if I rebuild all of that. What I did want to do was I wanted to have, as a stupid idea, the same song for that, for like the first bit of lighting. Because remember when I first built that stage, it had no lighting. All them lights you've seen that I deleted with the hundreds and hundreds of reds and greens and blues, because you couldn't change lights individually back then. You had to do it as red on, red off, red on, red off. You could fade and all that, but I still hadn't learnt all of the make the light black in the same color, change from red to blue to green to whatever you wanted. It was, I had a red light, a green light, a blue light. You want to change colors, you mold the two together, unless you put a yellow light or something like that there. It was just done like that. Annoying, but hey, we've all got to learn, right? This is just to show you that I'm not as great as some people comment thinking I am, when I'm like, I am terrible at this game. I'm sorry to say, but I suck. But yeah, I wanted to have like that process of you could see the stage evolve. But obviously with copyrighting music and everything else, it gets hard, because then it's like, if you were to make money off of YouTube, you're not really making money off of YouTube, because, well, who makes money off of YouTube nowadays unless you're some massive streamer? But yeah, it's hard to justify doing all this stuff. So that's why I always say, like, I love when people comment, because like, you really don't understand how much that means to some YouTube creators when you do comment on people's posts saying it's cool, or sometimes it's shit. So it does help sometimes when you do comment and encourage, like, just, well, I like it. I don't know, I can't speak for everybody whether they don't like it or not. So yes, do comment and like and subscribe, or should I do the whole like and subscribe like everybody else does? As I said, I'm very happy with my little community I've got, because I can post one video a month and they still watch and love it and don't unsubscribe, thankfully. Like, yous have stuck with me for a lot, so it's really cool to see. But we move on, because see, this is my problem. How am I going to build something on a live stream when I can barely keep my focus long enough to talk to yous about one subject? I just ramble on about other stuff, unless that's what yous are really into. Yous like YouTubers that like just talk, like Asmongold, or who else can I think of that just talks? Yeah, so like there wasn't really a plan on any of this. I was going to redo all the scaffolding, and it just ended up in my mind snowball into this, we'll just rebuild the stage. So I thought, well, why don't I just leave that energy for when Planet Coaster 2 eventually does put moving lights and stuff in. I know I can fake it like I do, but actually having the moving lights would be really cool to go, okay, well, this is this stage in Planet Coaster 2, and you would have a legit comparison of Planet Coaster 2, and it'd be like, oh, amazing stage. And that's me realizing that the stage was floating on the ground. So, yeah, not long to go. Trying to think of other things that I did. It was kind of hard to try and work out angles and stuff like that with certain features that went with the dragon. So the way the lighting would light the elephant compared to the dragon was interesting to try and work around. Like, obviously the wings were its own thing, and that one was more designed to feel the whole regatta center, whereas this one was designed to just work. Please just work. Like, I remember that took me ages to build this, and then after I built it, I was like, yay, I've done, I can release it. And then I think it was like 12,000 pieces or something like that. Like, I just was so inexperienced and dumb with it that you'll see here, see that white section there going up along that little wing. They're all little square pieces. That's right. I was very silly. There's probably like 300 pieces of them white bits just up there, and it would have just been so easier just to have a little tiny piece where you could just do a little section and be done. But, you know, can't do it properly, can I? I've got to do it the hard way. But yeah, we continue on. But now, as we move on to the last section, sorry, I did have to take a little break because, yeah, I just realized I've been talking for 27 minutes and now I'm back. So let's continue on with this and get it done, because, yeah, I'm not really sure what I was thinking by starting this whole thing. Look at that cool shadow. You can tell I definitely made the thumbnail out of that picture. But, so yeah, you're seeing there the little square pieces that I was talking about before. Very, very silly to do it that way. Try to get your pieces down. I remember that was like my one thing I loved priding myself on was, it wasn't until Bioshock, that was my first thing that I released that actually people had to download a whole park. Like, I really loved the challenge of getting my projects down to that 4,000 piece count just to put it on the workshop, because it was just cool and fun to do it that way. But yeah, I'm not sure what else I do here. So pretty much it all just fell together after this point. Like, it's pretty much the same setup for every stage. You have your speaker towers, you have your lighting pieces and everything like that. The main lighting is done by them huge floodlights that sit underground, and you'll see them in the show that they pretty much provide 90% of the light, and then the beams are other sections. So as I would love to redo this thing and do it all again, I think that yeah, what I've got planned coming out for my Planet Coaster 2 videos, I think is going to help a lot of people. So I'm not sure how long that's going to take. It's taken me a lot longer than what I thought it would, but I think when I finally finish it, it'll help a lot of people that want to do sort of shows like this and everything else. And then in typical Planet Coaster 2 fashion, they'll release an update, and then all my comments will be, this doesn't work anymore, which sucks because I was so proud of that 5-minute lighting guide video. I worked so hard on it and it came out and people loved it, and then all of a sudden, I think it's a week after, they did an update. And then I remember it was like, I think it was 5 a.m. and my phone was going crazy with notifications from YouTube, and I'm like, what is everyone commenting? And it's everyone saying that the update didn't allow the moving heads to it. You couldn't add moving heads to the moving parts section. I mean, the lights to the moving parts section. And I was like, what? Like, that's insane. It's why would they do that to us? And it was like trying to figure that out and trying to see whether my blueprints would still work. And then obviously the videos gained more and more traction from people commenting on it. And it was like, I'm sorry, this is now redundant. It doesn't work. I should put a huge like redundant sticker on the page now, just to be like, this doesn't work anymore. So it's like, bugger. I should tell people. If you see that now, then that's what I've done overnight. Is I've gone and put a redundant sticker on that YouTube page. Maybe that'll stop people yelling at me saying that it doesn't work. I'll just try my best, guys. Try my best for yous. So, yeah, pretty normal video. I know I said I was done with Planet Coaster, but yeah, I'm just struggling with creativity in Planet Coaster 2 now, because my brain just wants to create weird stuff, and I'm not sure whether the game's allowing me to create what I really want to create, which is probably spoiling a lot right now of what I wanted to do. But I'm pretty sure you'll see soon, and when you see it, you'll go, yeah, you should have just stayed in Planet Coaster and kept building weird stuff and not let your boredom get a hold of you. But no, it's going to be an interesting month, I feel like, for this channel, because of some of the things that I do have planned, and it's going to be very interesting to see how people react to some of the things I'm going to drop and announce and put out there, just to stick with the normal channel craziness of just releasing random ass videos. I am finally releasing my movie studio park that I have sat on for 4 years now. I remember when I finished it, I was just so scared of what people would think, that it's literally been in Planet Coaster, saved. It's a full park. It's completely finished, completely done up, car park, everything finished, all done up nice. And it was the park that went with my Huntress of Hell video and my Crash Bandicoot thing. And nobody's commented saying, release this park, where is this park? Because I was just so scared of releasing it, because at the time when I finished it, Geekism was doing his movie park, and I was just so scared of releasing it because I didn't want it to be a, you've just done this because this YouTuber's doing it, and I just wanted it to be awesome in my own sort of style that I did it. But then yeah, it's you'll finally get to see it, and then I'll feel so stupid for holding on to it for so long, because it's really cool. I loved building that. But that should be out soon. I don't think I'll do a trailer for it. I might do some stupid, I don't know if you've seen the game The Movies. I used to play that religiously, but it's no longer supported on a lot of things, so sadly you can't play it as much or at all now. But yeah, that was what a lot of my theme park was built after, was just a full movies backlot of cool things that you could just go and visit and have the proper studios tour that we were meant to be having in this game. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what people think of that. So that'll probably be the next video to drop. It's, yeah, if I can think of it properly. because it is getting hard for me to find time now to build and enjoy this game, which is I hate it, because I used to love coming home, and I think I would get home from work and I'd put maybe 3 or 4 hours into building. And especially when I was doing the movie world part, that was just a non-stop cycle of, I would release videos Mondays and Fridays. So it would be Tuesday, well, you release video on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday build, or Tuesday, Wednesday build, Thursday edit, voiceover, release for Friday. Then you would have to quickly cram in a video on Saturday, Sunday. So that was my routine for a year, which, like, as I keep saying, it sucked. It was terrible trying to pump out them videos. And then I go to find out, like a dumbass, that my community is amazing and they would have preferred that you take your time and relax. Because, yeah, as I said, like, I feel jealous for some of the other YouTubers, because when you read their comments compared to like the comments that you guys leave, it's like, whoa, you have a toxic audience. Like, I feel sorry for you. like yeah, yous are amazing with some of the stuff you write and keep me going and stuff like that. But please don't turn toxic. That would suck. But yeah, just to finish up the video, thanks for watching. This was pretty straightforward, of just flipping the switch and seeing whether this would work. As I said, it was just ended up just being a hangout video. I was just going to do this for myself, and obviously pressed record to film it all. And yeah, I think it's turned out pretty cool to see this stage finally lit up the way it was meant to be. I think it's that I can finally just leave it in the back and move on from it. And yeah, maybe it makes an appearance and we do it in Planet Coaster 2. Who knows? We will leave it up to the fates to decide of what happens with that. But yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching. Do let me know what yous would like to see after this video. Make sure you check out the full video of the end show again. So the end show again, but with the dragon. I'm not sure what I'll call it, but that should be up tomorrow. Or Friday, I'm not sure. It depends on rendering, because yeah, as good as this PC is, she sucks with rendering videos. Yeah, I'm just happy to be done with them long form videos, because I used to have to just leave my PC on, go to bed, and set it to turn computer off once finished rendering. And I would wake up in the morning 8 hours later and it would be still rendering, and I'd be like, oh, okay, PC is going to burn out. But thanks so much for watching. As always, make sure you have a great day, and I will see you then.